Welcome to the late Friday night edition of the DLC's Policy Corner, and here's what went down, and here's what we hope's coming up.
All right, so a little bit of good news. A couple of funding items you've heard us talk about. The community-based employment, the $2 million to provide integrated community employment got funded, as well as the quality improvement incentives for intermediate care facilities, which will ensure that people who remain in ICFs in light of our settlement should see an improved quality of life. So those both saw funding. We're pretty happy about that.
It looks like about $10 million in housing assistance got funded. We're still hoping to see $20 million or more in money for new construction of affordable housing by the time the session wraps up next week.
Also, you've heard us talk a little bit about both Representative Elison's bills, HB 32 and 35, which are intended to provide resources for mental illness for folks both in institutions, folks transitioning out, as well as preventing folks from going in. We can talk a little bit about what we think got funded on those.
First of all, it looks like the additional beds that the state hospital had requested gotten picked up, as well as the assertive community treatment team dedicated to help folks who are transitioning out of the hospital as well.
Yeah, and we think the receiving centers as well as the mobile crisis outreach teams are also receiving some funding, but everything's not entirely clear at this point. The one thing you've probably heard us talk about that you're not going to see funding for, or we didn't see funding for on the list this year, was the limited supports waiver. So we're sad to see that didn't make the initial cut.
With that, check for the updated budget tracker on our website sometime tomorrow, and if you are particularly concerned about the limited supports waiver or other items that are particularly important to you or your family that haven't made the list yet, this is the weekend to contact your legislator and ask them to work with legislative leadership to make sure that it gets taken care of in the final budget, which will be passed the last night of the session.
And as always, thanks for watching the Policy Corner.